Shalom, this is Yehudit Gevurah from Tzfat. I want to share with you movements for the 23rd day of the 49-day count from Yom Kippur up to Erev Sigd, a preparation for a renewed commitment to the Torah that the community in Ethiopia would do on the 29th of Cheshvan. So we're now in the month of Cheshvan. We've had 2 days of Rosh Chodesh. It's now the 2nd of Cheshvan. And on this 23rd day, we've completed 3 weeks. So we're in the 4th week, the week of Netzach. 23 is 2 days into that 4th week. It's Gevurah, Sh'va Na and Netzach. Again, I'm using rainbow colors mostly to remind myself what day it is in this count and the energy of the day to tap into. And Gevurah for the blue and the yellow is Netzach for me. And the day of the week that it is, I'm also acknowledging as green in Tiferet, that the natural day of a Tuesday is Tiferet, the 3rd day of the week. So tapping into that and recognizing not only a sense of purposefulness that comes with the whole week of Netzach, but there's a renewed sense, the strength today, it feels to me, in getting the strength to do what I need to be doing. You know, specifically, finally taking the sukkah down, the top of the sukkah. I took the walls down some time ago, and I've kept the cover up, partly just a sense of security and the sukkah of peace, and trying to keep that energy strong. And then it rained quite a bit in the last few days, and I decided when it dried out, it was time to take it down so that I can preserve the pieces of bamboo. And so finally this morning, I just was going to clear an area for the video, and I ended up taking the whole top down, which needs to be done and put away. And there's a lot of my energy, personal energy, has to do right now with focusing on order, creating order for myself and in the house and in my life. And in terms of community, of supporting gatherings, and I haven't gone into the bringing goods and things for the soldiers, but I've been putting a lot of prayers and focus on saying Tehillim, and there is enormous community energy in Tzfat for bringing supplies to all those soldiers in the north that are short of different supplies, not just food, but other things. So being aware of what's going on is another really important piece of maintaining my center and continuing to make the judgments and distinctions I need to make, which is a Gevurah kind of energy. So let me share with you the movements. First of all, I've been showing you, I want to introduce you to a lot of the Hebrew letters. So one of my ways of doing that is just the counting with Hebrew letters. It's the 23rd day, so we're going to do a Khaf again, combined with a Gimel. And let me show you that first, and then we'll do the Gevurah is a Sh'va Na for the vowel, and the Netzach is a Chirik. So the opening backwards and coming around. This is one form of the Khaf that I use, the one I use the most. Just for variety's sake, I'll show you the other one. It's harder for most people because it involves a raised foot, but it goes like this: 1, 2, 3, you lift your knee up. And then if you're doing a degesh, you do a circle for the degesh if it's a Khaf. But just a Khaf is 1, 2, 3, and then backing up. and coming down. And I do a right heel off, left heel off, right heel off for my right knee, and then come back and come down. And it's a coming down. That's one way of doing it. The bat we did yesterday was a lifted foot, but the Gimel is much easier. Let me see if I can back this up a little better here so you can see my feet. So I step forward and the back foot turns over. My toe actually turns over. My knees are touching, and that's a Gimel. So it's a full step forward and back. Full step forward and back. Khaf. I'm going to do the open Khaf again. Let me try to set this a little better, pointed. So I'm opening, forming a Khaf. Feet together, stepping forward in a Gimel. So 23. The other side. Alternating the feet. Gimel and coming back. So that's my 23. Sorry. I have to keep sending energy to my feet to ground myself. Sometimes I find myself wobbling on more levels than one, and bending my knees, sending energy through my body to my feet. And I feel the energy supporting me from below this way, as well as it helps to clear the energy in my body and center me anytime during the day. Okay, so the next thing in the counting itself, the 23rd day is Gevurah Sh'va Na and Netzach. So it's the Sh'va Na over Netzach. Sh'va, feet shoulder width apart. Sh'va Na is two dots, one on top of either. I do right hand high, left hand below. It's like holding two dots in front of me. I make a short sound and I stop. Open my hands and down. A little dip on the way up. It's a protective. It's also a sense of meditation. Space within is setting priorities. Strength and power. Knowing boundaries and being clear about boundaries. And purposefulness. Chirik for Netzach. Form a dot and go E. 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 It's like, and close. I'm going to do these combinations. Gevurah over Netzach, 3 times for the personal level and 3 times for community level. Focusing on awareness of what is in my world, in each of these levels, and kind of prayer for fixing whatever is broken in these, at any of these levels. So start with shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, hanging from your string from above, and for a level of the Nefesh. E. Level of Ruach. E. Level of the Neshama. couple of extra breaths, letting Hashem breathe me between. I'm not going to close because I'm going to do it 3 times again here for community at the physical level and the emotional level and then the intellectual or mental level, and the whole system as a whole is this, I think, getting the spiritual level, integrative level intact and supporting that. So E E and letting myself be bringing my feet together, becoming a column for Hashem's light to come in to this world, feeling the support inside with the breath and surrounding me. So we're in the new month of Cheshvan. I bless us. This is a time for inner work, and all the time is for inner work, but there's a special focus in Cheshvan for inner work. And I think actually I want to share with you also the letter of this month is the Nun. So it's a very subtle, very gentle, very, for me, very calming letter. It's stepping half a step forward and bringing the hands back to back and up. And then the weight goes slightly forward. And then you reverse it. It's the subtlest letter. Half a step forward, a little bit forward, then coming back. That's the letter of the month, focus of the month. And the word that's coming to me with is Ruach right now. Awesomeness. Also has to do with sometimes with terrible. The people translate it as terrible, but awesome, awe-inspiring. And I feel the whole time we're going through right now has an awesomeness about it. Sometimes it's a difficult, very difficult awesomeness, and sometimes it's an incredible, miraculous sense of Hashem ruling the universe and ruling every detail of it, and trying to tap in with that place of my personal purpose and community purpose and the Jewish purpose and the state of Israel purpose of bringing humanity to a new level of goodness and morality. It's our goal. And just being wholly human, being an Adam with the Aleph in charge of the Dam, the blood, the oneness of Hashem, an awareness of, in English we would say, the living God being in control, and trying to manifest that in the best possible way. It's hard work, and so maybe we have the strength and courage to know how to make good judgments and set good priorities for ourselves, and the Netzach, the focus to be able to carry out our purpose. many blessings to you.